was about 3 years ago when we were travelling down in East Gippsland and came into the gallery at East Gippsland just to have a look around. And then when we were sitting here, we just started talking about having something that was bigger and better than what had been happening in Australia. This has been a dream of mine for about 25 years. We didn't in our wildest dreams imagine that we would have over 200 entries from 20 countries from all around the world. We didn't even imagine that we could have two international selectors in Hannah Lamb and Charlotta Huthi to select 35 pieces out of these 200 plus entries. And to even finally try and get down to 35 or less pieces that would fit in the gallery space was even harder still. And then to finally see the work hung in this amazing space that the girls at the gallery have done, it's just really the most emotional exhibition that I've been in. It works because the artists that have been selected in this show have worked true to their art practice. They haven't made a new piece of work to fit into this exhibition. This exhibition is a proof to the testament of women who work solidly on one subject for years and years and years, and then develop that subject and that art practice to the extent that it is the most amazing collection of very powerful works. We suddenly realised that there were so many beautiful pieces that had come in that we added extra awards. These extra awards have been chosen by 3 people who have a connection with the works in this exhibition. And these pieces are just a personal choice from Ange from Fibre Arts Take 2, Noni from Fibre Arts Australia, of course, and myself. But I have chosen Karen Garfin from the UK with her piece that is extraordinarily exquisite, and it's called Selection. It contains, and I'll just read it out to you, cotton, silk and thread, 108 ophthalmic lenses, 108 miniature picture frames and photographs. But contained within the photographs and the ophthalmic frames is a conversation and wording about people from the Holocaust. The images are so beautiful, but the wording is exquisitely divine. If you can imagine that an ophthalmic lens is only about 5 centimetres across, Karen has embroidered on really fine linen words that you can barely see that is describing what has gone on with that particular person in the photograph. It is set out on a table and set out so amazingly well that you can just stand here and read for hours and finding a story about the Holocaust victims that happened during that horrid time.
First of all, I just want to applaud Fibre Arts Australia for this amazing exhibition that they've managed to pull together and artists all over the world have contributed, and it's just spectacular. Walking into this beautiful exhibition is very, very humbling, and we were asked by Fibre Arts Australia to choose one piece for the Fibre Arts Take 2 award, and how could we do that? It was difficult. But this particular piece spoke to me. The reason why it spoke to me was, first of all, it was more of a sculpture, and I am quite drawn to 3D fibre sculptures. Then it was the name of the piece. So the piece here is a self-portrait as an old bag by Hella Jorgensen. It actually really challenges for me what a self-portrait actually is. It's made out of paper yarn, encaustic wax, and a found canvas bag. So all of those things to me really resonate. It's a found object. Encaustic wax is just such a beautiful medium to work in. And the fact that this is all intricately made out of paper yarn really appeals, in the fact that you kind of get that sense that it's not going to last forever. When you really get close to this piece, it takes you on a journey almost within. So the encaustic pieces are held beautifully from the top, and then you get this intricate, and I'm not sure if it's fine crochet or netting that comes down. But then most spectacularly, I find, is this gorgeous, what my interpretation is almost like an umbilical cord, which is held down with a stone placed in a little crocheted bag here. That's my interpretation. Maybe it symbolises something else to the viewer, to the maker. Again, a self-portrait. Potentially it's a regret. There's a stone, it might be weighing her down. It might be something that she needs to cut the cord of and let go of. Who knows? Maybe it's something she's trying to bring back. As we all age, I think we do. There is something about letting go of youth, but there's also that beautiful wisdom that's held within. So who knows? I just really love this piece, and I'm very honoured to be able to give our Fibre Arts Take 2 award to it. So thank you very much.
This is a piece of shibori work by Neha Puridur from India, and it's very hard to describe the intricacy of the stitching on this piece. There's thousands of vertical stitches, and then it's pleated in some way and then dyed in indigo. There's something about this piece that calls to me. I want to touch it, I want to move into it. The craftsmanship is beyond believable. And that's why I've chosen it as the Noni Sutcliffe Award. There is so many pieces here in this exhibition that are outstanding, beyond outstanding, but this is the piece that resonates in my heart, I must say.
We now come to one of the most exciting parts of the Art Textile Biennale, and that's to let you know just how hard it was to select the winner of the Art Textile Biennale 2020. After a lot of consultation with the judge, Julie Ryder from Canberra, and watching through all of the works and going through everything, it was a unanimous decision to choose Esther Boynmeiser from Hungary as our winner of our $6,000 award. This piece is extraordinary. She tells us that in this piece of work, there is canvas, self-made paper pulp, concrete, newspaper and dye, and stitch. So this particular piece is a piece that you really, really have to look up close and examine. It's quite firm. It has a texture of an old wall. It is called A Matter of Time, and you can actually see the degradation in what is going on in this piece. I find this quite moving because we tend to walk away from old buildings, but when you walk up to here, it's also within a matter of time, perhaps our own presence degrades as well. And if you look at the emotional side of what Esther has said here, it is about growing old, about really learning what it's like to be old and to be classed as old and degraded. But somehow or other, she seems to bring life back into what is old and degraded with the way that this piece is made. It moves beautifully, it moves softly, so there's a genuine breath going on within the work as well. I just find it quite moving. Actually, the goosebumps when you talk about it just come because as you stand and watch what is going on in this piece, the more involved you become with what she is trying to imply in A Matter of Time. I can't express enough the amount of effort that has gone into every single piece, and to the devotion of the artists that have been selected into this show. They keep on producing and producing and producing, and sometimes some of these works never ever leave their studio. And so when there's a chance to exhibit work in an exhibition that doesn't have a theme, they are then able to just send what they believe is their best work to an exhibition that is totally uncontrolled by any theme or any technique base. We decided that putting the show online could help everybody who's been involved with this exhibition to see virtually what was in the show. So finally, on the 22nd of January 2021, the Art Textile Biennale 2020 is being opened.